Greetings and welcome. Today I will tell you a little about myself. Let's start with the name. I am Oscar Cárdenas, 26 years old. I am a mechatronic engineer. I live in a simple and modest neighborhood. It isn't really luxury or with private areas or something like that. No. Actually, in that neighborhood live a lot of old people, so it's a quiet place, and I like it. I don't have much hobbies, but if I have to say one, that will be play video game, especially when I am with friends. My favorite food is the tomato because you can make all kinds of dishes with it. It's the ultimate compliment. My favorite movie is Neon Genesis Evangelion because it has giant robots, so that is enough for me. I don't really like to read books, so I don't have a favorite one, but recently I read the story of Dr. Dolittle. I guess it's okay, no, not bad, because the rhythm was fast, and you don't have to read between lines to understand what is going on. Now, if I have to tell you about my bad and good qualities, those will be that usually I am a patient and calm person, but when I am in bad mode, I become very irritable, and it hard for me to keep a conversation when the topic isn't interesting for me. No. Now it's time to tell you about my routine. I get up every day at 6 a.m. I do some exercise for at least 20 minutes. After that, I take my breakfast and prepare to go to the work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. When I am back home, I take my dinner and start working in my college assignations until 1 a.m. as much. Normally in weekends, my plans are hang out with friends, but in this context of pandemic, my plans are reduced to, well, stay home, watch TV, play video games, and sleep a lot. Now, let's talk about one of the most significant persons in my life, my dear friend Bob. Of course, that isn't his real name, as you won't respect his privacy. Let's start with the facts. We have the same age, we have similar heights, we study the same career in the university. He has a large beard and he's thin. Usually he has a poor expression and look like he was grumpy all the time. And he's really grumpy all the time. He's a man of a few words, but he's a good friend. I will never change Bob for anything because I know I can always count on him. Oh, you are still here. I wasn't expecting that. Well, I am glad. So let me share you some of my experience. Let's start with the happy one, alright? Right. All began when I finished my college studies. And I started to look for a job. But I wasn't too lucky with that. So I have many bad jobs in bad condition. And normally it was a temporary basis. So I have to start working in wherever I be able to find something, no matter what. That is why I finished making pizzas. When this nightmare of the pandemic started, a lot of people lost their jobs, and I was in the section. So I spent a few months down and unemployed because this finding job was hard. With this pandemic become impossible. Okay, let's go back to the point. One day, I received a call to go to a job interview. So I ran directly to the place. I was expecting I wasn't the only candidate. So when I get back home, I was thinking, oh man, I didn't get the job, because I feel the other ones was better options. But I received a second call. And You won't believe what happened next. Well, they say, you get the job, we started Monday. Oh my God. I still couldn't believe that. I still can't believe that. I was an employee for months. And now I have the chance for a formal job. Well, the rest is history. Thanks to that, I can pay my college studies. I'm feeling with myself, man. I don't win much, but it's a good place to work. And I am really thankful for that. Okay, let's finish with the background. I began with a COVID-19 test for all the family. My father and I got negative, but my mother was positive, so we have to confine her in her room. She couldn't get out until she has fully recovered, so I brought her everything that she needed, like water, food, books, Okay, day after day, my mother had more and more problems to breathe. So I started thinking in the worst scenario. The anxiety was killing me, but before things was worse, she fully recovered. Thank God. I know everyone has to go to the other side eventually, but I didn't want my mother going that way. Now, we are taking better care for everyone inside the house. We don't want to repeat that experience. Okay, you reached to the end. Congratulations. Thank you very much to see. See you next time.